We're here to share with you that we are changing the name of the John Maxwell Company, and we want to explain why. But it's bigger than a name change and a rebrand. It's about building a future on the foundation that, John, you've set for us all of your life.
You're right, Mark. This is something that we've really been talking about for a long time. And the opportunities for us to teach value-based leadership principles to companies, countries, organizations, and individuals continues to grow and expand way beyond anything that we could have ever imagined, Mark.
Well, we were just recently in Guatemala,
Yes.
and the Attorney General started the Department of Integrity because now your organizations, our organizations, has actually trained over 12% of the entire Guatemalan population. And we said we'd get a tipping point.
Yeah.
And so we are continuing tipping points in communities around the world because of what we see, not only in Guatemala, but many other countries.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
You know, as these opportunities continue to grow and expand, John, we begin asking ourselves the question, how do we steward these opportunities, not just in a year,
Sure.
but in 5, 10, 25 years from now? It eventually led us to this question: how do we create an organization that shifts from founder to foundation, building on the legacy of John, but not being solely dependent on John?
And as you know, Mark, it's never been about me. It's been about the leaders that we serve now and in the future. The challenge for any founder is to make sure the organization thrives after they are gone. In fact, that might be the ultimate leadership test of any leader. What happens to the organization after you're gone? You see, my deep desire is for this organization to continue to add value to leaders well after my time here.
You said it, there can be no success
Without a successor.
without a successor.
That's
So
right.
now I need to make it clear. John's not going anywhere.
Nope.
You're here.
Hanging in
In
here.
fact, he's more active and engaged, in my opinion, than I've ever seen him, and I've been with him for 22 years. You're doing more, you're doing before, you're still engaged. And yet, what we are doing is simply making an organizational change that will strengthen the organization for years to come.
Yes.
It will allow us to add value and serve more and more and more people.
Yeah.
Now, all that said, I'm happy to announce we are changing our name from the John Maxwell Company, from John Maxwell Team, to Maxwell Leadership. As we begin this process, we ask the question, what is John most known for, and what do we want to be known for? And while John is known for so many positive attributes, the feedback was clear. John is most known for his speaking, his teaching, and writing on leadership. In fact, our publisher told us, John, that you've written more on leadership than anyone in the world.
All that means, Mark, is I'm an old man. Longevity and consistency does that. You know, as I thought, Mark, about the name change and rebrand, I wanted to make sure that we really remain true to our approach to this values-based leadership. One of the many reasons I'm so excited about this change is because of something that isn't changing. We believe everyone is valuable and that everyone deserves to be led well. And now and into the future, and this is not going to change. It's who we are. What's changing is our ability to create organizational capacity to reach and serve more leaders through Maxwell Leadership.
Well, practically speaking, what this looks like to build an organization that is shifting from founder to foundation. And I want to give you a couple of examples. And John, you're the best example. You are our example. It was 35 years ago, speaking of all of us being old, it was 35 years ago I read your first book, Developing the Leader Within You, and you became a thought leader for me. And I will dare say, because we see 1.2 million of your backlisted books sold every year, that you've been a thought leader for a lot of people. And so what we realized, if we're going to expand capacity, we're going to have to get more thought leaders, more people that
Sure.
can think, how do I take values-based influence and spread that through other ways, through other streams of influence? And John, you and I have selected some incredible thought leaders that will do for you
Yes.
what John's been doing for me for 35 years, and some of you are older than me. He's been doing it for you longer. And so, John, we have a team of thought leaders.
Sure.
You know, every year you come out with a new book, and you've become a guide for me. You really have, and a guide for many others that's watching and many other people that I've heard through the years. You're a guide. You're a guide on how to communicate well, how to lead well, how to equip well, how to have an attitude that can lead well, and finally to have relationships. You have been, for so many of us, a guide to clear growth and clear leadership. Communication, leadership, equipping attitude, and relationship. And so what you and I have done is we went and found some guides that for years have emulated you and how you believe you should clearly lead, and they're now our guides. We've expanded. We're bigger because you have made us bigger.
Well, we're bigger because we want to be better. We want to serve you better. You see, our 40,000 John Maxwell Team certified coaches, I just want you to know how grateful I am for each one of you. We're changing the name to Maxwell Leadership Certified Coaches, which we believe will help you continue to serve the leaders and the organizations in your community for years to come. You've heard us talk about changing your world the last couple of years, and you're certainly doing that as a certified coach.
Well, and John, you and I just recently, we met in Orlando with over 2,000 of our coaches, and we met an incredible coach from a little small town in Indiana, gave up her other business, and last year in 2021, she made over $100,000 as a speaker, coach, trainer. Have thousands of these examples. We met another, one of our incredible leaders that's been in the military for 25 years, and he said, I want to make a difference, not when I get out of the military, as if he's not already making a difference, but right now when I'm in the military.
Sure.
And he's began to sell himself as a coach, speaker, trainer, and has added to his income $10,000 a month. We are surrounded by people, John, that are carrying you and becoming legs to your legacy. And we've got to expand our organization to have capacity for those types of people.
You're so right, Mark, and I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of our team, and as they're doing better financially, but they're doing better financially because they're helping people.
That's right.
And that's just the way we work. So as we close, I just want to reiterate what Mark has said. I'm not going anywhere. I'm more committed to serving leaders around the world and adding as much value to them and to their organizations as I possibly can. But I'm also excited about this change and what it means, not just now, but for the future of those that we serve.
And I would like to add an invitation to you. If you're not a part of our Maxwell Leadership community, if you don't know exactly what we do, let me challenge you. We want to invite you to be a part of our weekly podcast, emails, Minute with Maxwell. What John does every single day brings to you a thought. You can simply click the button below and join us.
Yeah.
We have big plans. We would love for you to be a part of it. We believe everyone is valuable and everyone deserves to be led well. That's the future of Maxwell Leadership, and we invite you to join us.